Hey, I'm Junior. Thanks for visiting my channel. The teacher schooled you. So I have a package that just came in from Limited Run Games, a pre-order I made quite a while back. And I'm excited to unbox this and show you the new collection edition that I have. So let's take a look here. Let's see what's in here. Alright. In fact, there we go. Alright, we have right here, we have two books. We have the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES library and the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES library. We're talking full, I mean, this is a thick, heavy book. Both of them are. This is, both of these are by Pat Contri. Alright, so here's a good look at both of these Nintendo guides. Both of them are by Pat Contri, and I'm just going to kind of show you a little preview of the inside of the. I mean, they're very nice. They're very well made. They're thick. They have a lot of information. In fact, if I wanted to name some random games right now, haven't looked at this book yet, that I want to see the information about, then I bet you it'll be in here. If Pat did his work, did a good job with his work, then it'll be in there. So let's pull up some of my favorite NES games and let's see. One of them, Firehawk. Huge favorite of mine and my dad's. We played that over and over and over. Firehawk, page 117. All right, excellent. Gonna go to page 117. If you've never played Firehawk, you should play Firehawk. And there we go. The exact cartridge I had as a kid, right there. Firehawk, excellent. Uncommon game, definitely an uncommon game. All right, and it was definitely a very good game. It was made by Codemasters, yes. All right, this was a wonderful game, and he even states right here that he was pleasantly surprised when he played Firehawk. It's a solid game with some interesting features, and flying around the islands keeps you on your toes, as you will almost constantly be in peril, especially when tanks, planes, and copters are launching after you. Take out their bases. Definitely. I mean, we played this game religiously when I was young, so I can tell he's done a good job. He's done his work on Firehawk. All right. He's at the end. He says applause to Codemasters to a nice title that's slightly reminiscent of the later Desert Strike series by Electronic Arts, and yeah. Totally accurate review. So here's a side-by-side view real quick of the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library and SNES Library by Pat Contri. And, you know, I ordered these books. I like video game history. I lived through the generations of the NES and SNES and forward. And overall, I feel like if you want a good reference material, they're not bad books. I feel like the SNES version book is a little more, I'll say, more generous to throw out more positive ratings. And some of the NES games that I know I've played might have gotten reviews a little lower overall than what I would have expected. But there are some good reviews in here on classic original NES games like The Legend of Zelda and Firehawk. And then there are some reviews that I looked at in the NES version of less popular games that were not rated as accurately as I would have liked to have seen, such as Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. I'm unsure if that game was really played to its maximum potential. That's just me, you know, giving a review. The game wasn't as bad, in my opinion, from the opinion of a person who played it when they were a kid. The target audience at that point in time, it wasn't a bad game. The SNES version, they seem to throw out a lot of positive reviews. And if the game wasn't good on SNES, for the most part, it really seems like they nailed the ratings pretty spot on. If the game was good, and there were a lot of good games for this console, then it's rated pretty good. And if it was a stinker, like the Flintstones was just not great. You know, I played through Home Alone and Home Alone 2, and they were not wonderful games. But I played through them and I finished them. And they got a fair rating of a 2-star, you know. So overall, I'd say that the reviews are pretty good in these two books. But they're just too big for me to show everything. But they're good quality books, you know. The pictures are good quality. You know, and most of them have like a reflection at the bottom, and it'll be initialed with whichever reviewer reviewed them. Pat doesn't review all of them. Some of them he gives a reflection on, and some he does not. So there are some, like in the SNES, I would have liked to have heard Pat's opinion on Turtles in Time, but unfortunately he didn't lend his opinion in the reflection of that. But overall, not bad books to maybe add to your Nintendo collection. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be the first one to say I almost canceled my order for these two books. Because, you know, games are they're sacred to me. They've always been a piece of enjoyment for me. And there's a certain level of negativity that sometimes surrounds people in the gaming world now. And you know, I didn't want that negativity spilling over into and messing up my positive vibes gaming. But these books, they're not bad books. I'm glad I kept the order. And ultimately, I can say I can recommend taking a look at both of these, adding them to your shelf at some point. So hopefully you like this video. If you did, please give us a like, give us a subscribe, and come back and view some more merchandise reviews and unboxings later on down the line. Thanks.